been a while. Those who saw my last video know exactly why. I'm not dead yet, but it's going to be a little while before I get back to the full uploading constantly experience. Through this whole COVID thing, I have been working full time. Since the birth of my son, I had a couple of weeks off as part of paternity, and I'm back working full time. My art space is usually my home office, so it's been fully taken over by the day job. But just going to do something quick for Inktober. Pretty much, I've never done Inktober. I'm probably never going to do the 30 to 31 days of Inktober. Not really my thing, but over the past month or so, I've been going through a lot of my old items, and I found a folder full of artwork I don't think I was ready to part with at the time. Now, some of the artwork was from my university days 20 years ago. Some of the artwork was from slightly before. There's some artwork from after. Some of my old pencil renderings. I think it all just got shoved in there. But what was really interesting is I found a couple of sketchbooks. You can see I was interested in Bristol board. I probably didn't even know what Bristol board was back then. But hey. But these drawings, they don't have a date on them. But I can guesstimate when they're from. During my teens, in the 90s, yes, I'm that old, I would spend a lot of time drawing out of comic books. I love the comics of the day, but I grew out of them, which is a shame because they're back. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but obviously it had some kind of effect on me because I did these. Now, best estimate is that these images were somewhere in the 90s, possibly between the age of 14 and 18, and certainly no older than that. Certainly no less than that. It's about the time I got into comics, so plus there's chrome effects everywhere. That's definite 90s. But it's just odd looking at these because it ain't something I've done. And it's not something I continued with. I couldn't even tell you what comics these would have been copied from, if they even were copied. I mean, this one is what looks like fine liner. Lots of fine liners. And over the top, pastel. Because, of course. And this one, largely the same. But with, again, pastel and some coloured pencils over the top. God knows. She has a sparkly boob. But I thought, for Inktober, I'll take what I've learned in the possibly 30 years since I did this one, not that one. I'm not even sure how I did that one. But I might just redraw this one, put it under some inks, use my markers, and see where we go. Meanwhile, let's catch up a bit. So, by the time I started inking, you can see I'd redrawn it and done all the black work. I corrected some weirdness in the original piece, fixed the hair. I'm not a comic artist. I'm never was, never will be. I have no idea why these 2 images got saved in a folder. I have no idea. But anyway, let's catch up. So, yeah. I'm a father to a 10-week-old son. And it's a weird experience. It's not one that I can liken to anything else. It's unique in itself. But it's rewarding, and when he sits on my lap and smiles at me, makes everything okay. No, that's it really. I'm not gonna pretty much share my son's life on YouTube. It's hard not to. But I hope that explains a little bit why YouTube's taken a bit of a backseat the past 2 months. But that aside, my local town is in lockdown. It's been advised for those that can work from home, should work from home. So I converted my art space into an office space. I brought a 32-inch monitor home from the office, which it takes up a lot of room. Which it's another reason why I haven't really been around it. It's difficult to think about artwork, but to do the artwork, you've then got to dismantle a space, only to rebuild it first thing in the morning. And I work quite often from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. I work as a programmer, for anybody interested. I design and build digital assistants. That's pretty much all I can catch you up on, really. The work in the background, let's just say it's my first of 2 Inktober things this year that I'm going to do. I'm not going to do many more. I've never done Inktober. I probably never will. But I'm just going to reassure you all that I will be back. It won't be long before I'm doing stuff, I think. But, yeah. This is a cheap and cheerful, fun video. Don't take it too seriously. I don't. If anybody knows what comic I ripped the original image off, let me know, and I'll credit them. But until then, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and be patient. Good times coming.